The UK Independence Party launches its European election campaign today. It says a vote for UKIP would put pressure on the government to hold a referendum on EU membership. Nigel Farage is the UKIP leader and joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
What else are you saying?
We're saying that it's too expensive being in the EU, that we should not be paying £40 million a day into an organisation whose accounts have not been signed off for 14 years in a row. And we're saying that here we are. You've just had Joanna Lumley on the programme, and one of the points she's been making is how is it that a Romanian rapist can come and live in Britain when a Gurkha veteran can't? Well, the answer, Joanna, is because we're members of a European Union and we have a total open door to the whole of Eastern Europe, and we want to have a proper debate about immigration and asylum in this country, because the fact is we cannot control these things all the time that we stay part of a European Union.
Sounds like you're in a scrap with the BNP.
Certainly not. Certainly not. I mean, look, of the 69 candidates that we're putting up for the European elections, 5 of ours are black and Asian candidates that were born in the Commonwealth that are standing for us. We are absolutely a non-racist party. Yes, we're a patriotic party. Yes, we believe in proper border controls, but we have no link or association with them whatsoever.
I don't think anybody standing in the election would say that they're unpatriotic. You've had your difficulties, though, haven't you?
Oh, certainly.
I mean, you've had internal splits. You've had to expel one MEP from your party because he's been accused of fiddling thousands of pounds of expenses. Of course, you had another member who was jailed after being convicted on 21 counts of housing benefit fraud. So it's been a rough old time for UKIP and its principled stand.
We've certainly had some bad apples, of that there's no question, but I would point out that unlike the other parties, when we have people that break faith with us, we deal with them absolutely ruthlessly and we get rid of them. And despite those difficulties, we have been the leading voice of opposition in the European Parliament over the last 5 years. We've played a big role in the French, Dutch and Irish referendums, and I think we've kept very true to the people that voted for us back in 2004.
To what extent are you interested in being constructive in the European Parliament? Everyone knows your view that we'd be better out than in. Fair enough. That's your position. It's absolutely clear. But when people send you to Strasbourg and to Brussels, I mean, the Parliament sits in two places, as we know, they expect you to work day in, day out to improve things, not just to make your principal point. What can you say about the way that you play a constructive role in European affairs?
Oh, the constructive role that we've played with this European Constitution / Lisbon Treaty is we've said, if that's what the peoples of Europe want, then in a democracy they must have it. But given those 3 no votes during the course of the last 5 years, and given that 500 members of the European Parliament voted to ignore the Irish result and to continue with the treaty, my job has been to provide a voice of opposition. And goodness me, it's needed. I mean, this EU is now so undemocratic, so anti-democratic, that it just bulldozes aside these results. And that's the reality that I think the British public are beginning to wake up to. And that perhaps is why we go into these European elections with a majority of British people supporting the UKIP position. We want friendship and free trade and to be good neighbours with Europe, but not to be part of this union.
Nigel Farage, thank you.
Thank you.